Dune Spice Wars is developed by Shiro Games and published by Funcom, and it is a 4X real-time strategy game. And I have got to admit, I had no idea what the hell a 4X strategy game is, so I had to look it up, and essentially it's classed as a subgenre of the real-time strategy, and board games, and is just usually involved around building an empire. So essentially, that is what you're doing in this game anyway. Of course, on the planet of Arrakis, and your main goal, if the title of the game didn't give it away, is to farm spice. Now, that's not the only thing. There is Dune, which you can invest in, and which is like a in-game Wall Street sort of thingy. It ebbs and flows, you buy and sell, etc. I'm not going to go too in-depth with that kind of stuff, because to be honest, I really don't understand it in real life or in this game. However, this is based within Frank Herbert's Dune universe, is not connected to the films, although you do get to play as the Houses Atreides and the House Harkonnen and Carino and House Akaz. You can be the smugglers, and you can also play as the Fremen. Each one has obviously pros and cons going with their playstyle. Like House Atreides, for example, you cannot assault neutral settlements. You can only annex them amicably, which is fine. Like as the Fremen and other ones, you can attack them, and House Harkonnen is all about oppression and all that kind of stuff. But it's actually a really fun real-time strategy game. I think it's a little overpriced. Its base price is just under £30 here in the UK on Steam. I don't think it's quite worth that, in my opinion. I picked it up when it was on offer for just under 20 quid, and I still think that's a little high. I think if it was, I don't know, fully priced at 20 quid and maybe went on offer then to 15 quid, that might make sense. But that's just my opinion, just judging from what I've played. I understand this is more of an indie-ish game, and it did release in early access in 2022, and full release was last year in 2023. So, you know, it's not been out of early access for very long, but it seems to run quite well on my hardware. It does drop frames where it shouldn't, because I can run a lot more graphically powerful games and real-time strategy games, but I think there's a lot of slight performance issues during the late game when you're playing. Now, there is like a campaign-y story mode, and there's also skirmish mode, and there is multiplayer, which is pretty cool, but I don't really play multiplayer because that's just too hardcore for me, and it's like you try playing StarCraft 2 online and you get spanked by some Koreans and you never want to touch it again. It's very depressing. The same goes for Age of Empires 4. No matter what I seem to do on that, I got to platinum, but then I'm just getting my ass handed to me no matter what I do, and I'm not sweaty enough to adapt in that fashion. So I just stick to playing against the computer, the CPU. I'm fine with that. I've come to terms with it. You know, just I think you need to as well. Okay. But the overall fun in the game just generally comes from gaining more civilizations within those, not civilizations, like little towns and cities, settlements. And you can build up to 5 buildings within these settlements, and you need to gather all different types of resources. And able to do this, you need to make sure that you've got money coming in as well as spice. So one of the first things you're going to want to do is locate a spice field. Then you want to build like the refinery to then get a harvester out there. You want to attach an ornithopter to a harvester so that it can spot sandworms, because yes, they are in this game as well, of course, and they will come and they will just eat your soldiers and your harvester if you're not careful. Now, this game can be paused, so you can pause it, you can speed up time to double time, you can obviously put it back down to normal time anytime you want, which is pretty cool. So usually when a sandworm alert comes up, I smash the space bar to pause the game, locate where it is, and then I get the harvester out of there so that I don't lose out on the spice farming for too long. The sandworm doesn't hang about, it just stays there for a little bit and then goes away. But it, like I said, it can also get your troops when they're running across the sand, which again is adds just another layer of spice so that it doesn't get too boring. Essentially, it's nothing like astronomically special in the real-time strategy world, but as a more recent fan of Dune, like I'm going to be reading the books very soon. I very much enjoyed the latest 2 films, so I'm very new to the Dune fandom, but I'm now a part of it. This is a fun little game based within that universe. You know, you can upgrade your main settlement, which for obviously the House of Atreides is Arrakeen, and you can upgrade it, and it gives you obviously all the relevant buffs and debuffs, and enables you to spawn different types of military units. And of course, then the more you play the game, and as the game progresses, the military units go on, and you can get bigger, more scary vehicles and the such like. You can create airfields to be able to transport your troops faster. It does obviously cost money, but you know, you can transport your troops faster without the risk of them getting eaten by a sandworm. You get attacked by raiders, not only other houses. There's all the diplomacy. There's a spy element that you can implement. You can order assassinations on people. People can order assassinations on you. It's all very good, but like I said, it's quite overpriced, so I would wait for this one to go on a sale if you're thinking of picking it up. But it is a pretty cool game based within the Dune universe. But let me know in the comments down below if you've checked this one out, or if this one's been on your radar. And as always, thank you very much for watching.